The bottom line is they all agreed that Trump's arguments would carry the day in this case. I don't think that is a surprising result. After the arguments, where I think they all signaled they were highly skeptical of state efforts to disqualify a presidential candidate. The Chief Justice, for example, saying that essentially you would let one state dictate, or a handful of states dictate the outcome of the election. So I don't think this is a surprise. The Colorado Supreme Court was kind of off on a trip of their own with this ruling. Other state courts that had decided it had went a different outcome. So here we are. The decision now unanimous in agreement that Trump's arguments will carry the day. He cannot be disqualified from state ballots.
We know that immigration is a key issue for voters across the country. And according to our polling, by more than 5-1, voters believe President Biden's policies will lead more migrants to try crossing the border compared with President Trump's policies. Only 22% think your policies will decrease migrant crossings.
The fact of the matter is there are laws on the books passed by Congress of the United States right now that authorize the executive branch to deny illegal entry. The president does not need new laws. The president needs a backbone to make sure that he enforces the immigration laws that are already on the books.
Couldn't be more wrong. Couldn't be more wrong. And as a matter of fact, former President Trump tried to close the border, and it was enjoined in the courts and never saw the light of day. This coming from an individual who is purposefully refusing to coordinate, communicate, collaborate with other officials, and trying to wreak havoc in other cities and states across the country.
Listen, I sympathize with every state that is receiving asylum seekers and even undocumented immigrants who can't manage those. And I suppose that is what Governor Abbott is trying to tell everybody by shipping folks across the country. But what we've seen is that the inhumane way in which he's done it, first of all, it's been completely political.
Why did it take so long for the president to address this crisis at the border in terms of the flow of migrants?
Well, I don't know that that's fair. In the first week that the president was in office, he sent to Congress a comprehensive immigration and border reform bill.
But wait a minute. That bill was to provide a path to citizenship for the 11 million undocumented citizens, residents here in the country. It was not a border security bill. It was an immigration bill.
No, it was also an asylum reform bill, right? And reforming the asylum system.
It didn't tighten the asylum rules the way yours did it?
It changes the calculus for people coming into the country.
In Georgia, extremists passed a law to even make it illegal to give people food and water for standing in line to exercise their civic duty and right to vote. I asked the friends here, Rev, whatever happened to love thy neighbor? The hypocrisy abounds. There must be an immediate ceasefire for at least the next 6 weeks, which is what is currently on the table.